Greetings, royal family. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for clicking on the video. All right, so Mother's Day is around the corner. I don't know when you're watching this, but it is May 9th, 2020. Okay, so Mother's Day is tomorrow. Okay, and Mr. Kenneth Babyface Edmonds has something special planned for all the mothers around the world. So Babyface, he is ready to reminisce about some of his greatest hits. So he is proudly returning to Instagram Live to reveal stories from Waiting to Exhale, the movie, and the soundtrack. More so the soundtrack. And again, this is specifically for Mother's Day. So this year actually marks the 25th anniversary of the film Waiting to Exhale, and the singer and mega producer, he is going to celebrate the hit-filled soundtrack, which he produced. Duh, right? It definitely was a huge female empowerment movie, okay? Just sitting here talking about this makes me think of when Bernadine burnt up her husband's husband at the time, his clothes and his car and walked off. Okay. So this is why, because it's an empowering film for women, this is why he's choosing to honor it on Sunday, and he wants to, also give a nice little celebration, do something nice for the mothers around the world. So this Sunday, the show is going to start at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And aside from a few special guests from the movie, Babyface will also drop his first song in 5 years. And the song title is When I Get to Heaven. And this is an ode to his late mother. I am glad that he is doing this. When he did that Teddy Riley versus, and Teddy Riley went off the live or wherever he went to go tune up or charge up his Casio keyboard, Babyface was on for a little while and he was playing some music, and I'm like, man, like, forget about Teddy Riley, just play some songs and tell us some stories. So he heard my secret wishes, and I'm glad that he is doing this. I know this is definitely going to be a classy based champagne strawberry-esque type of event. No nonsense, no backup dancers, no, none of all of that. It's going to be nice and classy. Just good vibes, good music. Now, see, Babyface Housewives is going to be coming on Sunday at the same time. But I will be recording that. I'll DVR Housewives. They can wait. I'm going to be watching Babyface because I am wondering who will be the special guest. I'm pretty sure Toni Braxton is going to join the live, probably Faith. I'm just thinking of people who were on the soundtrack. Brandy. Yeah. Mary J. Blige, Toni Braxton, Faith Evans, Brandy. Is it BB or Cece? Isn't it Cece, the girl who did, the one who did Count on Me with Whitney Houston? That's Cece or BB? I think it's Cece Winans. She might join too. And who will be from the movie? Is anybody from the movie going to be joining? So, if Angela Bassett calls in, I am going to lose it. So this is going to be good. I think this is a genius idea. I'm sure sales from the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack are going to skyrocket, because when some people, they discover music for the first time, or when some of us old school lovers of hip hop and R&B, when something like comes up again, they'll probably be streaming it. So his sales are going to go up. And he's also going to be using this opportunity to promote his new single. So genius, genius, genius. And I know it's going to be done with class and sophistication, because Babyface is that kind of guy. Okay? Drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think. All right. Let's move on to this next story. I wasn't surprised, but I was shocked. Now, I know that this is an old picture of MJ and Quincy Jones. This is when Michael Jackson cleaned up at the Grammys, and look at his jacket. Like, I just love the gaudy and the sparkles and the glitter on the socks, glitter on the gloves. I just love this era. So that's why I put up this old picture. So Quincy Jones want to be starting something with Michael Jackson's estate. Now we know that King MJ is no longer here. If you can tell by the inflection in my voice, MJ is another one of my faves musically. So this is why I'm talking about this. And this is also a recent story. So according to the Los Angeles Associated Press, a California appeals court on Tuesday overturned most of a 2017 jury verdict awarding Quincy Jones $9.4 million in royalties and fees from the Michael Jackson estate over the use of Quincy Jones's produced Jackson hits, excuse me, in the concert film This Is It and 2 Cirque du Soleil shows. So back in 2017, Quincy Jones was awarded $9.4 million basically in royalties and fees, okay, from MJ's estate. Now, we all know that MJ passed away in June of 2009. Maybe most of you don't know that. But Michael Jackson was already home, gone to glory when this verdict was reached. Well, now an appeals court is overturning that decision. They said, hold on, we made a mistake here. $9.4 million. The state's second district court of appeals ruled that the jury misinterpreted a contract that was the judge's job to interpret anyway. So it took away $6.9 million that jurors had said MJJ Productions owed Jones and his work on Billie Jean, Thriller, and more of Jackson's biggest hits. So the appeals court, they found that the jury wrongfully granted Quincy Jones money from licensing fees, wrongly went beyond the 10% royalty rate Jones was owed for record sales, and incorrectly granted Quincy Jones money for remixes of Jackson's master recordings. How do you make a mistake like this? And how does the judge allow this to be overlooked? Let me tell you something. Those lawyers in MJ's estate ain't no joke. So the court kept intact $2.5 million of the award, which Jones said he was owed for the use of his masters in This Is It and other fees. The court also rejected a counter appeal from the 87-year-old Jones, arguing that the trial court should have allowed him to make a claim of financial elder abuse. Quincy, what in the world are you doing? Now, I can understand if you had rights to MJ's music. I'm sure you did. And the music was used without your permission for This Is It, which was like a documentary. It documented Michael Jackson getting ready to go on tour, which he never did. All right. But how did a jury accidentally award this man $9.4 million? And what are you talking about, financial elder abuse, sir? While we disagree with portions of the court's decision, this is a statement of the court's decision, and are evaluating our options going forward, we're pleased that the court affirmed the jury's determination that MJJP, which is MJJ Productions, failed to pay Quincy Jones more than $2.5 million that is owed to him. This was a statement from Quincy Jones's attorney. Jones, who was already a music business giant when he produced the classic Jackson album Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, had sought $30 million from the estate when he first filed a lawsuit in 2013. This is another statement. Quincy Jones was the last person we thought would try to take advantage of Michael Jackson by filing a lawsuit 3 years after he died, asking for tens of millions of dollars he wasn't entitled to. And this is a statement from Howard Weitzman, Jackson's attorney. He goes on to say, "We knew the verdict was wrong when we heard it, and the court appeal has completely vindicated us." On the stand during the trial, Quincy Jones was asked by Weitzman. Remember, Weitzman, is the representing the Jackson estate. So while Quincy Jones was on the stand during the trial, Quincy Jones was asked by MJ's lawyer whether he realized he was essentially suing Jackson himself. And Quincy Jones angrily disagreed. And he said, "I'm not suing Michael. I'm suing you all." The trial centered on the definitions of terms in the two contracts Jackson and Jones signed in 1978 and 1985. Under the deals, for example, Jones is entitled to a share of net receipts from a quote-unquote video show of the songs. Now, the Jackson attorneys, they argued that the term video shows was meant to apply to music videos and not feature films like This Is It. That's a good point. The film was created from rehearsal footage for a comeback tour that Jackson was working towards when he died in 2009 at the age of 50. So Jackson's estate co-executor said in a statement on Tuesday, "So many people have tried to take advantage of Michael and mischaracterize him since his death. It's gratifying that in this case, the court, in an overwhelmingly favorable and just decision, recognizes that Michael Jackson was both an enormous talent and an extremely fair business executive." What does Quincy mean he ain't suing MJ? If Michael Jackson was alive, MJ would have to appear in court. Well, not really, but you know what I'm saying. Because he has representation. But he would have had to appear in court. I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong, my royal legalese experts. Will they let the dearly departed rest in peace for Christ's sake? Video shows. So that contract between MJ and Quincy said that Quincy Jones was entitled to a portion of the earnings from video shows. But then, video shows would have to be defined. I would assume video shows were music videos, right? That's what I would think. This Is It was a documentary showcasing Michael Jackson rehearsing for his final tour. So how does a jury make that mistake? Now a jury can make a mistake, but how does the judge not catch that? Yeah, let me tell you, MJ's lawyers, his estate lawyers, they sharp. They are sharp. So basically, Quincy Jones was awarded $9.4 million, but had to give back what, 6.2 or 6.4 million, because he was awarded that in error. Share your comments. Let me know what you think, royal family. I don't know. Something about that Quincy Jones don't seem right to me. Let Michael Jackson rest in peace. But shout out to his estate lawyers. They are on it. And Quincy Jones, I know you mad. $9.4 million, huh? From This Is It? Well, apparently he wasn't entitled to a majority of that money. Well, I'm glad that they went to appeals court and they rectified that. But I know Quincy Jones has got to be mad. He has got to be mad, thinking he was doing all good. If everything was all good with his $9.4 million, you got to pay that 6 point whatever back. So, royal family, I just wanted to come on here and give my thoughts on these two topics. Don't forget that Babyface is going to be celebrating all the mothers around the world. And he's also going to be dropping his new single since 5 years. It's been 5 years since Babyface had a song. How long ago him and Tony did that collaboration album? That was 5 years ago? Couldn't have been. Somebody will correct me in the comments, and I thank you in advance. And also, MJ's estate. Huge victory. I wouldn't say a small victory. Quincy Jones, I don't know. MJ made you a lot of money. But I don't know if I think that you were entitled to the earnings from This Is It. Video shows. Tell me what you think. Video shows. Is This Is It considered a video show or a video show? What comes to mind? Music videos. All right, I'm signing off. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out, royal family, if you enjoyed the commentary. Also, drop down in the comments, share your thoughts, tell me what you think. And last but not least, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. We would love to have you join our conversations over here in the Royal Family. And make sure you hit the notification bell to the right. This will ensure that you are notified every time I upload. So, Royal Family, I'm signing off for now. I'll be back soon. Until next time,